Collinwood in the year 1840. Barnabas Collins is in grave danger. With Quentin imprisoned and on trial for witchcraft, Gerard Stiles, possessed by the spirit of the warlock Judah Zachary, has become the master of the great house. Lamar Trask has convinced Gerard that Barnabas Collins must be destroyed. At this moment, Gerard and Lamar are breaking through the walls of the old house basement, hoping to find proof that Barnabas is in some way connected with the death of Lamar Trask's father and is, as Trask suspects, a vampire.
At last I found my father's burial place. Oh, the horror of it. To think that he died like this.
Yes. If we can only be sure it's him. Is this a note?
So it's true. Barnabas Collins killed my father. I only pray that it is God's will that this note tells me why.
What does it say? Did Barnabas do this?
Just a moment. Listen, my dear Reverend Trask, if you want to know who is responsible for all the recent attacks and for the death of Abigail Collins, go to the cellar of the old house, but only after dusk. Do not let Ben Stokes stop you from seeing the master of the house, for he will be there, and unless you go, he will live forever. Signed, A. Now, the master of the house could only be Barnabas Collins.
Yes, but I thought he left for England around this time.
He was supposed to have left for England, yes.
And this Abigail Collins, who is she?
His aunt, and apparently another of his victims. She was supporting my father in his efforts to rid the countryside of witches which were running rampant at the time. It was she who instigated the trial of Victoria Winters. Barnabas must have murdered her, just as he did my father. God rest his soul.
Do not let Ben Stokes stop you from going to the master of the house. Yes, of course. Ben worshipped Barnabas, and he would do everything to protect him, even though he knew that Barnabas was responsible for those attacks.
Yes, there never was a more devoted servant.
Yes, but there's something more important. Much more important. The letter A. If we only knew what that meant.
A. Let me see the date on it. Yes. The date on this note is the same day as the entry in the diary that Ben tells of the appearance of the witch in the court. The witch. A. Angelique. Angelique was Barnabas's mother. Or better still, what if Angelique and the witch are one and the same? Then Angelique wouldn't be Barnabas's mother. She would be his wife.
But if she were his wife, why would she betray him to your father?
But it doesn't matter. Barnabas Collins is a vampire, and he was married to a witch. Oh, it's so clear to me now.
Well, I'm not so sure that it's clear.
Well, I am. Barnabas Collins is a vampire. Have you ever seen him during the light of day? No. He didn't even come to Roxanne's funeral. his beloved Roxanne. And Daniel, was he there at his funeral? No. He also said he went to England in 1797. Oh, no, my friend, we have all the evidence we need. Barnabas Collins is a vampire. My father's death will be avenged. In the name of God, my father's death will be avenged.
You must be right. But now, it must be getting dark, and it's time to start planning on what we'll be doing. Come, let's go. Wait just a minute. We must conceal this. No one, and I mean no one, must ever find out that we have discovered this. We must hide it somehow. Here, this. Come on, give me a hand.
Then there is hope.
Yes. It's going to be a long and grueling trial, but there is hope. Oh, there must be. Quentin has a long way to go, I'm afraid. Oh, but Desmond has successfully stopped the prosecution at every turn so far, so it isn't as black as it could be.
And what about Collinwood? How is everything there now that Gerard is in charge?
Well, Gerard has somehow managed to keep everything going very smoothly. Barnabas, maybe we've misjudged him. Maybe he won't become what we expect him to be. Or maybe there's some kind of overall plan that we're not aware of. Something that we haven't anticipated. I've never wished to be wrong about anything before, but oh, how I long to be wrong about Gerard.
Let's hope we are. Well, I'm going to go and see Quentin before it's too late. Do you want to come with me?
No, I think not. But I'll go with you as far as Collinwood.
All right, I'll walk you there.
They seem to suspect you of something, Gerard. What is it?
Believe me, I have no idea. I have no idea what they meant.
I'm wondering what it is myself.
Yes, I know you are. But we can't be concerned with that now. We must leave here. Now, tomorrow, by light of day, we will have enough proof against Barnabas Collins.
Gerard, I've been wanting to talk to you.
Yes? Well, hurry. I'm in a very big hurry.
Did you and Mr. Trask take my grandfather's diary?
Well, of course not. We merely borrowed it. We will have it back to you soon enough.
Well, I wished you had asked. Why did you take it?
Oh, because I wanted to. Carrie, listen, I'm very sorry. Well, I meant to ask you for it, but I couldn't find you, and there wasn't much time. I merely borrowed it. I didn't think that you would mind.
You must have wanted it very badly.
Well, not really. It was merely a convenience, that's all.
For Mr. Trask, too. He seems to be just as interested in it as you are. Why did you borrow it, Gerard? What is in my grandfather's diary that is so important to you and to Mr. Trask? You're my friend, Gerard. Won't you tell me? Why did you need Grandfather's diary?
I assure you, it was quite innocent. I gave it to Flora. She's writing a book. I thought it would help her.
A diary is something personal. Oh, Gerard, my grandfather would be so upset over this. May I have it back now?
Of course, I will get it for you tomorrow morning.
No, I want it now.
I'm afraid I don't have it.
Does Flora?
Yes.
Well, then I'm sure she'll understand. I'll go for it myself.
You will go nowhere. It's late and it is getting dark.
Gerard, I owe it to my grandfather. He didn't want anyone to read that book.
They have already read the book. Now will you stop acting like a little precautious child? I have already told you once, and I'm not going to tell you again. I will get it when it is convenient. Now will you stop talking about it?
Gerard, what's happened to you? You never screamed at me like that before. What is it, Gerard? What's happening to you?
Yes. I'm sorry, Carrie. So much has been happening lately. Being the new master of Collinwood and all, I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
That's not what I mean exactly. I can understand the changes after the will was read, but not before. It's the ones before that I don't understand.
They don't exist at all. It is only your beautiful, beautiful little imagination. It's playing games on you. Now, Carrie, I would like to stay here and talk with you, but you must excuse me, please. I'm in a hurry. Good night.
Good night, Gerard. Oh, Gerard, please be like you used to be. I liked you so much then.
Carrie, why are you sitting here all alone?
Oh, I don't know. I was just thinking.
You shouldn't have such sad thoughts.
They're not sad thoughts, really.
Carrie, my dear, when a woman has sad thoughts, she shows it. And when another woman sees her, she knows it. I hadn't meant to make that little bit of insight rhyme, but it's true. Can I help?
Well, it's not very serious. Daphne says I have a way of romanticizing everything. And I guess that's what I'm doing now.
Well, that smile certainly looks better than that somber look.
Gerard used to have a smile like that. Such a beautiful smile.
Oh, is it Gerard?
Yes. What's happening to him, Julia? Do you know?
Is something happening to him?
Yes, he's different. Maybe you don't know what I mean. I'm not sure I do either, but he's different. He shouted at me today. He called me a precocious child. He never shouted at me before.
Well, is it possible that you could have provoked him?
Yes, I think I did, but still he shouted at me. And I think I had the right to ask him to bring back something that belonged to me. He took it without asking me. People shouldn't do that, should they?
No, not ordinarily. People shouldn't do that. Unless it's very important. Could it possibly have been very important?
No, he didn't have any reason. He said he was taking it to Flora, but he said he looked for me and he couldn't find me. And I was here all the time. Oh, Flora, I don't understand why he's doing that.
Carrie, what are you talking about? What did he take?
My grandfather's diary. He and Mr. Trask were talking about it to me, and then without my knowledge, they took it. They said they were going to ask me, but they didn't. They just took it. Oh, what's happening, Julia? I want to be happy again. I want so much to be happy again.
Oh, Carrie, dear, you will be happy again. You really will. Forgive me now, but I've got to go.
But you just got here.
Oh, yes, but there's something I just remembered. Oh, Carrie, you will be happy again. Believe me. Goodbye.
Why would they want to see that diary? They must be onto something. But what? And just how incriminating can that diary be?
Barnabas, I don't know, but When you knew that Flora was devoting so much of her time to vampirism in her book, you should have known, Barnabas.
Not necessarily. Ben knew the truth about me, but nobody else suspected that, so how could they know to look for it?
I don't know.
But they did look for it. Whatever they know, I'm afraid it's a great deal more than we care to imagine.
Barnabas, what can they find? Oh, they can find things about the trial, of course, and Angelique, and you.
They won't think Barnabas was my father.
Yes, of course they will. We hope they will. What else? Oh,
What is it?
I've just had a terrifying thought. Secret room. Ben knew about it. Do you think he might have mentioned it in his diary?
No. No, I'm certain he wouldn't have.
You're positive, Barnabas. Barnabas, if they find the room...
I knew Ben well. He loved me. He would never reveal my hiding place. I know that.
Oh, I hope you're right, Barnabas. Because if he did...
I assure you, Julia, Ben would never betray my secret. No part of it.
Oh, Barnabas, I want to believe that. Oh, Barnabas, I do believe it. But listen, Barnabas, suppose there's something, some little innocent something that will give them a clue to what's going on. Barnabas, please go away.
Julia?
Yes, there's no point in waiting here to try to figure out what they might find out. Go away, Barnabas.
Julia, I'm not going away, and you know it.
Why not?
Because we came here to accomplish something. We mustn't run away until we make it happen. If we can.
Barnabas, I won't be running away. I'll stay here until all this passes. And then you can come back. Oh, Barnabas, please go.
Julia, I will never leave you behind. You know that. And you know you won't come with me, so we will both stay.
All right, Barnabas. We will stay. And I'll help you. Help you do what? What will we do?
Just don't know.
Where is everyone?
They've gone to bed. It's late.
Good. Then we won't be disturbed. I brought the pistol. The bullets are in it.
Silver?
Of course.
Good. Why are you giving this to me? It won't be used until tomorrow morning. And I thought you were so intent on using it yourself.
I've just been informed that I must appear in court tomorrow. You're going to have to do it, Gerard. Must be the will of God. In my whole life, my one great ambition was to avenge my father's death. But if I can best serve our Maker by testifying against Quentin Collins, then I must do so.
There's only one thing we've overlooked. We can't find Barnabas. We can't even find his coffin.
I know, but it can't be in the old house. We've searched it from top to bottom.
Has it ever occurred to you that there could be a secret room in the old house?
Yes, I've thought of that, but we can't find it. There's no mention of it in the diary.
I know. But I have found the secret room.
You've what?
Yes, I have found it. Although I haven't been there yet. It occurred to me while searching for Barnabas that if there is a secret room, the one way to find it is look at the architect's drawings. Well, I found those drawings.
And?
Tomorrow morning, we will find Barnabas Collins behind the bookcase of the drawing room of the old house.
Gerard!
Julia, that's some answer. Did I frighten you?
No, I just didn't expect you. Well, what do you want?
Well, I'll come in and look.
Dare you? What are you doing with Vista?
Now, don't be so innocent.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm going to do. Now, I advise you to leave this house because it won't be too pleasant.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, Julia, you can play your silly little game. But don't try to stop me from what I'm going to do.
Gerard, have you gone insane?
These bullets can kill you as well as anyone else.
Stop, what are you doing there?
Gerard! Looking for a book.
Barnabas! It's still daylight.
Of course. What else did you expect at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? If you'll tell me the title of the book you're looking for, perhaps I can help you find it. What did you want, Gerard?